This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
A tiny tot is brutally murdered and packed into a suitcase by his father's illicit lover. The city cop arrests a 26-year-old woman. The fake mark sheet scam gets bigger by the day. More complaints overflow the crime branch after the recent counselling. But amidst all the scandals around colleges, phase 1 of engineering counselling comes to an end. Close to 16,000 are first-generation learners. The biggest rock art site of Tamil Nadu cries out for urgent help. An NDTV Hindu special report. So-called development at the cost of environment. Despite a Madras High Court order, investors don't spare the thriving marshlands in the city. Good evening. This is your one-stop for all the news from your city, the neighbouring states and the nation as a whole. I'm Evelyn Matthew. Let's also bring you the national headlines. The National Security Advisor says David Headley's interrogation reveals the nexus between Pakistan's official establishment and terrorism.
And it's really the links with the official establishment and with existing intelligence agencies.
Meanwhile, at Kabul, the Foreign Minister S.M. Krishna says there can be no selective approach towards terrorism. 5 days after Chandrababu Naidu went to prison, the Maharashtra government withdraws cases against the TDP chief, will fly him out to Andhra soon. Bihar Assembly turns into a wrestling ring. Politicians debate issues with their furniture and fists. Another Indian faces attacks down under. He is battling for his life in a hospital in Melbourne. And the Lankan boys pile up a massive 520 runs on day 3 at Galle. Muralidharan gets himself the prize catch of Tendulkar's wicket. Our top story, a little boy barely 3 years old, the son of an IT employee, went missing on Saturday from Chennai. The parents based at Virukambakam got a call from the police saying the boy was found. But to the shock of the parents, the boy was found dead and packed away in a suitcase, found lying at a bus depot in Nagapattinam. His head was found wrapped in a polythene cover and his neck was strangulated. But the story unfolding after that has been rather shocking. A 26-year-old woman has been arrested for this murder. The police theory suggests that it was all in the name of love. An illicit affair between the child's father and his 26-year-old lover girl turned everything sour, costing him his son's life. The father has been having an extramarital affair with the alleged murderer, but he refused to move in with her completely, saying that he was married and settled and could not leave his child. And that provoked the lover, it seems, who chose to kill the innocent child. After thorough investigation and questioning, she is believed to have confessed to the crime. The woman will be produced before a city court and will be lodged at the Puril prison tomorrow. But in a double tragedy, the mother of the child is under shock and has been admitted to a hospital. Our crime reporter Salim has been tracking this story very closely and brought us up and close as to how this murder could have taken place.
The police say what made their case more difficult was this girl, this 26-year-old girl who had an illicit affair with the man. This girl acted out in drama. Initially, she murdered the boy, then she came to the church in Paris, and then she went back to her hostel, took the body, and she actually boarded a bus from Coimbatore bus terminal. She went all the way to Pondicherry and got down the bus, and she actually she put the suitcase in an other bus which actually departed to Nagapattinam. But she very clearly, very cleverly enacted a drama. She said to the police that she took the boy to a church which is located in Paris, and she fainted all of a sudden, and that is when the boy went missing. She then called the victim, the deceased father, and informed him to come to the Esplanade police station, and they both jointly lodged a complaint with the Esplanade police.
Well, a shocking tragedy there. Now on to another story that's been rocking the city. 15 more fake mark sheets were recovered from top engineering and medical colleges today, taking the scam to an all-new level. The complaints have been forwarded to the Central Crime Branch, who will conduct a detailed probe. So far, 2 government employees were arrested in connection with the fake mark sheets scam. During the first phase of counselling, more than 40 fake mark sheets were detected. But even as these were recovered by a team investigating the scam, the phase 1 of counselling came to an end today. There were many a smile and some frowns as well from students. Minal Shah caught the mood of the students at the Anna University.
Worried parents, students scrambling and anticipating, making last-minute preparation. This was the scene on the last day of Phase 1 of counselling for engineering admissions. As of now, nearly 46,000 students were called in and seats were allocated to almost 35,000 candidates.
My sister Shanmuga Priya, she has completed the 12th and she has gone in to get biotech BTech in Sasta Engineering College. Now there are 26 seats available. Of course, she'll get through it.
I would like to choose Triple E. I meant to go for counselling and let's see what happens.
Electronics and communication was, as always, the most sought-after course, and it seemed that most students got what they wanted.
I'm satisfied with this. I got what the college I wanted. I'm really happy about this.
I want to get aeronautical engineering, and I got that course in which I want the which college I want to get the course. I got that course in VSB Engineering College, Karur district, and I am satisfied with the counselling.
The new entrants this year, the Tamil medium courses, had about 185 candidates choosing the civil and mechanical engineering streams.
Because of this first generation, absentees are only 17%. So that shows most of the first generation candidates, because of free of cost, they want to do engineering courses at Anna University.
Phase 2 of counselling begins on Wednesday, and it seems that another 40,000 students will step into their college life. In Chennai, with Minal Shah, Radhika Iyer, NDTV Hindu.
Well, quite a lot of satisfied students lot there. Now, is it indeed another nature versus development case? Real estate investors continue to show interest in setting up properties in Pallikarnai in Chennai, despite calls by environmentalists to leave whatever remains of the marshlands as it is. And just a few days ago, the Madras High Court issued an order that restricts construction by private builders and state-run departments, but that obviously is not being followed.
Ever since the IT industry saw rapid growth in Chennai in the late 1990s, there has been a dramatic surge in the value of real estate. Even the Pallikarnai marshlands, a key catchment area for Chennai, has not been spared. Calls by environmental activists not to construct on the marshlands have been repeatedly brushed aside by builders and buyers.
This we see as an upcoming developing area in the next near future to become a hub of activity and become a residential activity, and all schools and everything also coming up in the near future. So I thought, why not invest it while the affordability is still there in this locality.
Suppose a single bedroom single double kuda ungalku ipo vandu 2000 kulle kedachirudhu. So in the side rent alla konja and the expensive items ella kammiya irukku, facilities innum jaasthiya irukku. On the side la pathina water problem adala irukku, inge appdi ellam kediyadhu.
Several attempts by activists to declare Pallikarnai marshlands as a forest area to stop construction have ended in failure. In a recent interim decision, the Madras High Court put a freeze on CMDA and other state departments and private companies from reclaiming or constructing on the marshlands.
The court has said that asked the government of Tamil Nadu and all its agencies and departments not to permit any construction, further construction. Groundwater recharge will take place so that a large number of settlements in that area and all will have water.
Chennai, a fast expanding city, has seen enough water scarcity. Experts say the Madras High Court's freeze on construction is an opportunity for the government to protect what remains of the marshland to preserve it as a catchment area. In Chennai, Bertila, NDTV Hindu.
Well, in other news making the headlines, hoping to discuss the relief and the rehabilitation process in Sri Lanka, a delegation of Sri Lankan Tamil MPs met Chief Minister Karunanidhi today. At the meeting, the Sri Lankan MP Samandan said due to excess deployment of military forces and encroachment by the Sinhalese, the lives of Tamils were in danger. He also said that the government had failed to find a political solution in Sri Lanka. The delegation urged Karunanidhi to mount pressure to speed up the rehabilitation process, which will end the suffering of innocent Tamils. They also welcomed the Chief Minister's demand to send a special envoy to assist the situation there. They've also condemned the attack on Indian fishermen recently.
Tamil பிரதேசங்களை சிங்களமயமாக்குவதற்கு திட்டமிட்டு நடவடிக்கைகள் நாள்தோறும் நிறைவேற்றப்படுகின்றன. ஆனபடியாக இந்த நிலைமை தொடருமாக இருந்தால் நிச்சயமாக தமிழ் மக்களுக்கு அந்த நாட்டில் ஒரு பெரும் ஆபத்து ஏற்படும். இந்த ஆபத்திலிருந்து அந்த மக்களை காப்பதற்கு முதலமைச்சர் மாண்புமிகு கலைஞர் கருணாநிதி அவர்களும் இந்தியாவும் உதவ வேண்டும் என்று நாங்கள் முதல்வரிடம் மிகவும் தெளிவாகவும் உறுதியாகவும் நாங்கள் கேட்டிருக்கின்றோம்.
In more news from the state, the CPM has once again surfaced with their concerns over the Dalits in the Uttapuram in Theni district. The State General Secretary Ramakrishnan accused the government of an inability to address the issues troubling the Dalit population there. He said their problems continued despite the destruction of the wall that separated them from the Valluvar community.
குறிப்பா உத்தப்புறத்துல 2008ல 600 மீட்டர் நீளமுள்ள தீண்டாமை சுவரில் ஒரு 10 மீட்டர் நீள சுவரை அரசாங்கம் அன்னைக்கு அதை அகற்றினாங்க. ஆனா அந்த அகற்றப்பட்ட அந்த 10 மீட்டர் அந்த பாதை இன்னும் தலித் மக்களை சரியா பயன்படுத்த முடியல. அந்த ஊர்ல பொது இடத்துல இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு அரச மர வழிபாடு என்பது அந்த ஜனங்களுக்கு குலதெய்வம் மாதிரி. ஒரு 6 மாதத்துல ஒரு பிரம்மாண்டமான சட்டமன்ற வளாகத்தால் அரசால் கட்ட முடியுது. ஒரு சும்மா ஒரு நிழற்கூடை 3.25 லட்சம் ஒதுக்கப்பட்டிருக்குன்னு சொன்னா, ஆகவே நிழற்கூடை கட்ட மறுப்பதும் அரச மரத்தை வழிபடுவதற்கு அனுமதி மறுப்பதும் இது தீண்டாமை கொடுமையினுடைய வடிவங்கள். தீண்டாமை என்பது தொட்டாதான் தீட்டுன்ற மாதிரி மட்டும் பார்க்க கூடாது. பல வடிவங்கள் இருக்கு. அப்படிப்பட்ட தீண்டாமை வடிவங்கள் இதுதான் மார்க்சிஸ்ட் கம்யூனிஸ்ட் கட்சி போராடிக்கிட்டு இருக்கு. ஆகவே அரசியல் அம்பலமாகி இருக்கிறது. இந்த நிலைமை ஏற்படுகிற போது முதல்வர் அந்த தலித் மக்களுடைய கோரிக்கையை ஏற்று அமலாக்குவதற்கு பதிலாக போராடக்கூடிய மார்க்சிஸ்ட் கட்சி மீது உங்களுக்கு தவறான கருத்தை அவர் சொல்லி போராட்டம் என்பது தேவையற்ற வீணானது சரியானதல்ல, நியாயமான போராட்டத்தை மார்க்சிஸ்ட் கட்சி நடத்திட்டு இருக்கு.
Well, still ahead on Late Night News, a special report on the biggest rock art site in the state that's been neglected for over 6 years. Also coming up, the Waka Waka bug infects everyone, not sparing even the babies who's got their own step or two. That's coming up in a moment.